Hello and welcome to ITENERT. Are you tired of forgetting important information and struggling to retain what you've learned? In today's fast-paced world, it's essential to have effective strategies for remembering things quickly. That's why we're here to share with you 5 proven techniques to boost your memory and recall information with ease. If you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. Make sure you watch the video to the end if you really want to remember things faster. The number 1 on the list is visualization. One powerful way to remember things quickly is through visualization. Instead of simply reading or hearing information, try to create mental images or visual representations of the material. For example, if you're trying to remember a list of items, imagine each item as a vivid image in your mind. Visualization involves creating mental images to represent information, making it more vivid and memorable. This technique taps into the brain's strong visual processing capabilities, helping you retain information more effectively. For instance, if you need to remember a list of items, visualize each item in a specific location in a familiar place, such as your home. Mind mapping is a powerful visualization tool that helps organize and connect ideas. Start with a central concept and branch out with related ideas, using images and colors to enhance memory. This not only makes the information more engaging but also helps you see relationships between concepts, aiding in understanding and recall. Another technique is to use imagery to encode abstract concepts. For example, to remember the word effervescent, you might visualize a bubbling soda. The more vivid and detailed the image, the better it will stick in your mind. By transforming information into visual representations, you create additional pathways for recall, making the material more accessible when needed. This technique engages your visual memory and makes the information more memorable. Another effective technique for quick recall is association. Connect new information to something you already know or create associations between different pieces of information. For instance, if you're learning a new vocabulary word, try to link it to a familiar word or concept to help you remember its meaning. By forming these mental connections, you can strengthen your memory and improve your ability to retrieve information quickly. This technique, known as elaborative rehearsal, involves integrating new material with what you already know, thereby strengthening memory through association. For example, if you're learning about a new historical event, relate it to similar events you've previously studied. Drawing parallels between the causes, outcomes, and key figures of different events helps reinforce the new information within the context of your existing knowledge. This makes it more meaningful and easier to remember. Analogies and metaphors are also powerful tools for creating connections. They help bridge the gap between new and familiar concepts, making the unfamiliar more understandable. For instance, if you're learning about electrical circuits, you might compare them to water flowing through pipes. This familiar comparison helps you grasp the new concept more readily. Spaced repetition is a learning technique that involves reviewing information at increasing intervals over time. This method leverages the psychological spacing effect, where information is more easily recalled if it's studied a few times over a long span, rather than crammed in a short period. By spacing out your study sessions, you give your brain time to consolidate the information, moving it from short-term to long-term memory. To implement spaced repetition, start by reviewing new information soon after learning it, then space out subsequent reviews. For example, you might review the material one day after learning it, then again 3 days later, a week later, and so on. This spaced schedule strengthens your memory by repeatedly recalling the information just as it's starting to fade, preventing forgetting and reinforcing retention. Using tools like spaced repetition software, SRS, can help automate this process. These programs track your progress and schedule reviews at optimal intervals. Anki, for instance, uses algorithms to predict when you are likely to forget a piece of information and prompts you to review it just in time. Next is chunking. Chunking is a strategy that involves breaking down large amounts of information into smaller, more manageable chunks. By organizing information into meaningful groups or categories, you can make it easier to remember and recall quickly. For example, if you're trying to remember a long string of numbers, divide them into smaller groups and focus on memorizing each chunk separately. This technique can help you process information more efficiently and improve your memory retention. Chunking is a method of breaking down large pieces of information into smaller, more manageable units. This technique is particularly useful for remembering numbers, names, or lists. For example, it's easier to remember a phone number like 555, 123, or 567 by grouping the digits into chunks rather than trying to recall a long string of numbers. Our working memory has limited capacity, typically holding about 7 items at once. Chunking helps overcome this limitation by grouping related items together, making them easier to process and remember. For instance, when trying to remember a long list of groceries, you can group items by category: fruits, vegetables, dairy, rather than trying to recall each item individually. To effectively use chunking, look for patterns or connections within the material you're trying to learn. Group similar items together or create a story that links them. For example, to remember a sequence of events, create a narrative that logically connects each event. By organizing information into chunks, you reduce cognitive load and improve your ability to recall it. Finally, practicing mindfulness can enhance your ability to remember things quickly. By staying present and focused on the task at hand, you can improve your concentration, reduce distractions, and boost your memory retention. Try to eliminate external distractions, take deep breaths, and engage fully with the material you're trying to remember. Mindfulness techniques like meditation and deep breathing can help calm your mind and improve your ability to retain information quickly. Mindfulness and meditation techniques can significantly improve memory and cognitive function. These practices help reduce stress and anxiety, which can interfere with memory formation and recall. By promoting relaxation and mental clarity, mindfulness and meditation enhance your brain's ability to process and store information. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Regular practice can improve attention and focus, both of which are critical for effective memory. Simple mindfulness exercises, such as focusing on your breath or observing your thoughts, can be incorporated into your daily routine. Meditation, particularly mindfulness meditation, has been shown to increase the thickness of the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus, areas of the brain involved in memory and learning. Daily meditation practice, even for just 10 to 20 minutes, can lead to significant improvements in memory and cognitive function. By cultivating a mindful and meditative practice, you create a mental environment conducive to learning and memory retention. So there you have it, 5 ways to remember things quickly. Whether you're studying for exams, learning new skills, or simply trying to enhance your memory, these techniques can help you boost your recall and retention. Incorporate these strategies into your daily routine and watch as your memory and learning abilities improve. Remember, with the right tools and techniques, you can remember things quickly and efficiently. Thank you for watching.